Okay, we're going to Steve Richards, Viv, and then Dustin.
Jimmy, Steve Richards with PRN. The last 3 Coke 600s, you guys have been it's kind of been unusual for you guys because you had an engine go and 39th, 10th, and 13th. Any reason why you guys have not performed as well in the 600 as you used to when you were winning?
I don't know. I thought we ran second a bunch. Maybe that's the fall race. Okay, I just remember chasing that damn 9 car all the time, and I thought it was the 600. I can't really remember each event and what had gone on to lead to that. But if I was to say anything, maybe it's just that it's earlier in the year and we're still trying to refine packages and things like that. But I still have a feeling that we come here and we're competitive. So I'm not sure why those results aren't any better. In my head, I thought we were in the top 5 a bunch, but it must be the fall race.
Go ahead, Viv.
Viv Bernstein, New York Times. Denny Hamlin talked a while back about California last year during the chase where you sort of unnerved him and he overdrove and wrecked, and he said he kind of learned from that. And I'm wondering if you guys are seeing that now, if you see a smarter Denny out there and maybe even a more formidable one this year.
Yeah, I do. I think Denny and Kyle both have learned a lot. You could see the self-control when you watch the 18. I mean, you're almost watching him like, oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do something wild, and he doesn't. When I was racing with him at Dover last weekend, I expected some crazy things to happen, and he was well in control and executed and did a great job. Denny, I think, has been there and has been very close to it and is working very hard to make sure that he doesn't make the same mistake twice. And I've said it last year. He's a threat. He is, has the team and the organization and the crew chief and everything around him to do it. They have all the tools there. It's just a matter of building the roadmap and figuring out how to execute it. So they are a serious threat and doing an amazing job.
Let's go Dustin, then we'll go right here.
Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. Jimmy, in light of what Rick was saying about HMS and Gibbs, from your point of view and with how well you know him, at what point do you listen to what he says and understands why he's saying it? At other points, does it filter through the BS meter and that maybe he's just saying it for motivational aspects and maybe there's not as much truth to it? Because you're saying you don't think there's a difference. Rick has kind of said it. He thinks there is.
Well,
so it almost sounds like that it's as much a motivational ploy from his part.
No, I think it's maybe a little misunderstood. I think that it's not a motivational ploy. And for a lot of years, we've had great success at HMS, and people have been under the impression that we're the Yankees in some comments. We're the super team. Everything goes our way. We're that dominant. We're all these different things. And what people don't realize is that we're working our butts off to maintain. And it's not as easy as we have made it look sometimes. And we know that there are really good organizations that are getting smarter and smarter, and that this does change. HMS has had it the last 4 years, and we know it's going to change at some point. And we're just being honest and maybe using this as an opportunity to say, look, this garage is competitive. All these teams are capable of winning, and right now we need to catch up some. So I think it's a bit misunderstood, and people think that Rick has a fast one up his sleeve, but the guy is almost too genuine sometimes for people to really believe what he's saying. I mean, he really does believe that we're playing a game of catch-up right now. And I tend to agree with him. I think we've been able to execute and win races and get the job done, but we need to be better. We need to be faster, and it's a tough sport, and we also know, and I think this speaks to Gibbs' point, yeah, we're fast now, but the big trophy's at the end of the year, so let's hold any opinions until then. So we're kind of all saying the same thing, and maybe people want to look a little further into it, but from Rick's standpoint, I just know that he's being honest that we need to go to work.
2 more questions right here, and then we'll end with Lee. Go ahead.
Hey, Jimmy, Bill Voth with WSOC TV. Is the logo that says Charlotte Motor Speedway now, is that weird to look at, and do you still consider it Lowe's Motor Speedway?
Yeah, it's been etched in my brain, and I'm sure everyone else's brains, to say Lowe's Motor Speedway for so long. I still call it Lowe's, and I'm trying to switch back over to the Charlotte Motor Speedway thing. But and once you get in the car, it's still the same racetrack, and everything kind of falls back into place at that point.
Final question right here. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Has the musical chairs with Casey coming in and, you know, what the change is going to be, has that proved to be a distraction at all for the organization as a whole?
I don't think on the competition side. I know on the management side, there's a lot there to work on, but I can't say that I have heard his name mentioned, Casey's name mentioned in any of our debriefs, engineering meetings, crew chief meetings. We know that's coming, and certainly address it when it's time, but I don't think it's at that point yet for us to look at from the competition side. It's more of a managerial situation right now.
Jimmie, thanks a lot. Good luck this weekend.
Cool, thanks.